Hello everyone, welcome to Groovy Sauce, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 and the Manscaped Weed Whacker. Now both of these were in a package deal on their website for about $100, so I decided to pick them up. Manscaped is also the most prevalent name in personal grooming right now, so I thought it would be a safe decision. Alright everybody, let's go ahead and get to the unboxing. So the first thing that we're doing here is unboxing the Lawnmower 4.0 by pulling it out of its cardboard sleeve, and the first thing that we see is a piece of safety literature. I'm just going to be setting that aside though for the time being so that I can get inside of the main box. Once we do open up the main box though, we are met face to face with the Lawnmower 4.0, and it actually does look really impressive right out of the gate, and once you get it in your hands it also feels really impressive with a nice rubber grip, and everything feels very well constructed and solid. One press of the button will turn it on, and as you can see, everything lights up. We're just going to go ahead and turn it off though for the time being so that we can get everything else inside of the box. Next up, I'm going to be pulling out that plastic molding and setting it aside, and next up, the cleaning brush and also setting that aside. Next up, I'm going to be pouring out everything else inside of the box so that I can get at it better, and here we have two other pieces of literature. Within these are a bunch of details about the device on how to set up everything and just a bunch of general information about the device, but we're just going to go ahead and set this aside though for the time being. Next up we have the power cord, which is a braided power cord, and it genuinely does feel very high quality. Next up we have the adapter for said power cord, also setting that aside. Next up we have the charging cradle, and it actually does look very cool. I can't wait to have that on my bathroom counter. And last up we have the two guards for the device, and that pretty much sums up everything inside the box. Okay, so now moving on to the Weed Whacker, just cutting through that plastic seal in order to open up the box, and again we're greeted here face to face with our device, and again it feels really great in your hands. I really love the rubber grips, and it just feels like a very well crafted device. Just setting that aside though for the time being, and pulling out that plastic molding and also setting that aside. Next up we have a fabric travel type bag that contains a few other items, specifically this black plastic bag that has some other things inside of it, and this power adapter for your charging cable. Now I'm just going to go ahead and open up this black plastic bag in order to get to the goodies inside. Specifically inside this are two items, one being your cleaning brush and the other one being your power cable. Now I didn't unravel that power cable, but it is a fairly long power cable nonetheless. Also, in addition to this, inside of the box are only a few other pieces of literature detailing some informational and instructional content, and that pretty much does it for everything inside of the Weed Whacker box. Okay, so now that the unboxing's out of the way, I'm going to take a couple of weeks with these trimmers, put them to the test, put them through the paces, and really see what they're all about. Alright everybody, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Okay, so it's been a month now, and I've put both of these trimmers to the test several times, and I want to talk about the lawnmower first. And before I do though, I just want to note that I have owned a body groomer in the past, specifically the Philips Norelco body groomer, and while that was an excellent device, I do think the lawnmower improves on that design considerably. First off, there's a light on the end of this device, and in my bathroom there's just a light illuminating my face and up top, and of course there's no light underneath illuminating my undercarriage, and that light just does an amazing job making sure that you're seeing everything that you're trimming down there. Also, this device is super duper tiny, meaning that it's going to be able to fit in all of those nooks and crannies without it being bulky or hard to use down there. Very, very good in that regard. Also, if you're thinking about the sensitivity of this when it comes to your sensitive areas, it does a wonderful job in that regard as well. It simply glides over the skin, doesn't nick, doesn't bite, doesn't bleed or anything like that. I simply was able to shave all of my very, very sensitive areas very well. And if you're thinking about how smooth it gets down there or how close it can get to your skin, baby smooth. That is, if you want it baby smooth. It can, of course, trim things at a length if you want, but if you're thinking about getting it very close to your skin, it gets super duper close. And also, I want to note that the charging cradle here is also super duper convenient. A lot of my other trimmers require a plug-in in order to charge it, so having that charging cradle there is just super duper great in terms of having it there, able to go anytime I want to use it. I also use this device in the shower as well as outside of the shower, and it performs equally good inside of the shower and outside of the shower. However, I personally like using it in the shower just for the ease of cleanup, and for that alone, I absolutely love this device simply because I can use it in the shower. And now let's go ahead and move on to the Weed Whacker, the nose trimmer, and I absolutely love this as well. My nose and ear hairs are very, very thick and very, very coarse. So the power on this is super duper good, able to get through everything very, very well. Battery life here is also super good with the Weed Whacker. Very, very pleased all around with both of these devices. Absolutely love this package. I would say that if you're thinking about getting it, I was super duper impressed, and I think you will be too. I think Manscaped certainly does earn their top spot in terms of name recognition in the personal grooming space. So if you're thinking of getting a lawnmower or a Weed Whacker, with the lawnmower specifically impressing me the most, I would say definitely check them out because I absolutely loved both of these, and I would absolutely purchase them again. A+, 10 out of 10, very, very pleased here all around.